welcome to Smash of the Day, Episode 3. I am not going to call it Smash of the Week this week, hopefully. With me is Pete Atkinson, coach of Tim Tom and the Fodder. Say hello, Pete.
Hello, Pete.
Alright, nice. We're off to a good start. It's already jovial. Right, so let's quickly take a look at... Well, let's start with looking at last week's results. So if we skip back to day 2. So, Ratus, Rabiosus, and Slimy Helmets. Now, I would have honestly expected the Nurgles to take this, because I don't think the Rats would have had a good time picking up the ball, and from what I've been told, they did get their heads kicked in. Did you watch this, Pete?
I watched like the second half of it or so. Yeah, he got quite a lot of injuries, but he did manage to actually get the ball. He just didn't pass so much, which is basically what you have to do against Nurgle, because you can still pick the ball up, just you can't throw it.
Exactly. He succeeded once on the tentacles. He had an 11% success rate. Wow. But he managed to get a point out of it somehow. And he succeeded 100% of his passes. Wow, what a weird game that was. I wish I'd seen it now.
Yeah, the only two passes I saw him throw was basically running out of all of the disturbing presence range, and then just getting towards the end. He was just putting someone far enough away that if he could run it down, then the presence didn't take any effect anyway.
Well, fair play. He got the point. I'd call that a result for him.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at Armata Romaneshka versus Vanilla Killer Kish. Another 1-1 draw. And I think, really, you would have expected the Vamps to take this. I suppose you always bet on almost everybody against Goblins, but this looks like it was a pretty even matchup. About roughly the same ball possession, same number of blocks succeeded, exactly the same number of armor breaks, but the Gobbos came out on top on SPP.
Yeah, I didn't see this game myself, but it does look like
it
was an entertaining one to watch.
Looks like the Vampires did a lot of dodging, 16 successful dodges. Why are you running away from Goblins, Vampires?
Yeah.
Weird. Well,
they look like they got slightly screwed by the Bloodlust. This is 76 as opposed to 83, so...
Yeah, 9 failures on Bloodlust is nasty.
Yeah, it's not great.
29 successes and 9 failures. He did a lot with those Vampires.
Yeah. Has he took a 4 vampire lineup, or
I don't know. We'll have to check that out in a sec when we have a look at the teams. Well, either way, it was a 1-1 draw. The Vampires doing better than I would have expected, to be fair. Now, another surprise win for Matt with the Jurassic Junglers. It's becoming a surprise no more at this point.
Yeah.
He's doing way better than anyone could have expected, but that's a 2-0 win for the Junglers and a level up on one of his skinks.
Nice level up as well.
Oh, look at that. Loads of SPP on the Junglers there.
Yeah, half of us were sat there when he was leveling them up. His skinks got Agi plus, and then he got a block on his big guy. I can't remember who it is.
Wow.
The Croxagore. Yeah, he got block on his Croxagore as well.
Is that because he rolled a double? Do they get natural...
He rolled a double on the Crocs, and then he got an Agi up on his skink, so his level ups were brilliant.
Absolutely dominated possession. Absolutely dominated occupation of opponent's half. Looks like the Necros had a really bad time there.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. I think I watched this game as well.
Yeah.
It was a very entertaining game.
Looks like they didn't get to throw as many blocks as they would have liked, because very few blocking dice rolled by those guys. Well.
Yeah.
Bad luck, Necros. So, oops. I always get.
Oh yeah, I do remember that game as well. Yeah, because he had 2 deaths. Both the regens failed. It was not a very nice Necro game.
Oh dear. Well, let's take a look at those Junglers then. Let's have a look at the team. So I'm expecting good stuff here. Yeah, that's nice. Agi up on the skink. That's huge now. Dodging out on a 2. That's massive. Dodging out on a 2, picking up on a 2, receiving passes on a 2. He's gonna need to protect him, and he's got an apothecary. That skink basically is his team now.
As we was discussing it, it is a bit of a downside. Obviously, it's very beneficial, but everyone is going to be gunning for that skink now. If they can hit it, it is getting hit just straight away.
Yeah. Maybe we should put a bounty on its head.
Yeah, we could do.
and yeah, obviously block on the Crocs.
Yeah,
Oh, that's such a good couple of rolls. That is.
it was. It
I
was
think
mad.
he's probably got the best team in the league now.
Yeah, and he's got the bet. Like he's had the best start as well. Like
Yeah.
he's the only person who's won a game in this league, so
Let's
definite
have a look at
advantage.
these vamps. Wow. Okay, well that explains a lot. So he's got an AV down on one of his vampires.
Oh yeah,
He's
his
missing a
vampire has
Thrall.
got.
He's going to go
Yeah,
into his
yeah,
next game with two vampires.
yeah. He had to get rid of his other one as well. I think it was a strength down. It was another like it was either strength or agi. It was one where he couldn't really use it anymore.
Still no apothecary.
Nope.
Yeah, it's not looking good for these guys. I don't think. Regardless of how skilled Graham clearly is, I think he's going to struggle.
Yeah, especially with only two vampires. Like that's the only point of the team, and he doesn't even have them anymore.
Exactly. Let's take a look at these Nurgles then. Slimy helmets. What have we got? Well, he's got two level 2 players now. I don't know if he had those last week. I can't quite remember. I don't think so. He's got a level up on the Pestigore. He's gone for extra arms. Good choice.
Yeah.
That makes his 3 agi basically a 4 agi when it comes to picking up, catching, or intercepting.
So he's got a ball catcher now.
And he's got a Nurgle warrior with block. Once he gets a few more of those, he's going to be quite nasty to play against. Right, let's have a look at these Gobbos. Okay. Not really much to say here. Wow, he's still got no level ups. Look at that. Look at that distribution of SPP.
Single one. Oh wow.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
Well, I don't really know what to say about that, to be honest with you. Still got no apothecary. Yeah, is he rolling unluckily on for the cash at the end of the game? He must be doing, because he's not replaced anyone.
It does say he's got 60k though, so he could grab that APO for his next game.
I would get yourself an apothecary, Dave. Right, let's have a look at these Necros. Apparently, bad luck Necros. Yeah, quite a few holes in that lineup there, and no level ups. So these guys are in trouble at this point. What they're going to get? A bunch of zombies, a bunch of zombie journeymen. He's still got a flesh golem. He's still got 2 werewolves. He's still got a ghoul. So he's got all his bases covered. There's no reason why he can't, with a bit of luck, and hopefully if those journeymen don't screw him over, there's no reason why he can't pick this back up and play for that 3rd place.
No, yeah, exactly. He just needs to roll a bit better than he did last week, because those rolls were terrible.
Was he playing bashy? It didn't look like from the dice he was playing bashy enough.
Do you know what? He was doing literally all he could do in that game. He was failing literally everything. He was throwing blocks, getting double skull, re-rolling into double skull. I'm sure he did that like twice. It was horrible. But
damn. Well,
it is how it goes.
Sometimes Nuffle just decides you're not going to win. And Josh, a man who hasn't done his level up, so we can't say anything about his gutter runner. What we can say is that he's got 2 stat downs in his roster.
Yeah, he's actually been discussing his level up with me, because he's torn between 2 things. He's torn between giving it strip ball, so he's got someone that can try and run into a cage and like horrible experiences, or he wants to go like 2 heads and make him a really dodgy guy. He doesn't know what type of gutter runner he wants to go for mostly.
Well, what have we got in this league? Let's have a look. Quite a lot of bash. Yeah, quite a bit of bash. I'd go full on dodgy. He could make himself the dodgiest team in the league if he did that.
Yeah, he's saying he's got because he's got play goblins. I think he said his goblins next or something. So the ball carrier is likely to be a 2 strength. So if he gives him strip ball, he's got a 1 die into the cage with a reasonable chance.
Yeah,
which is why he's contemplating taking that route.
Seems
to
like
try
a
and
good
boost
shout.
him.
I'd fire that lineman though at the very least. 2 agile linemen, pointless. Get rid of that. Right, well, let's take a quick look at the leaderboard, and I think this is probably for the first time a leaderboard that actually means anything 2 games in.
Yep.
So, Matt, top of the table with the Jurassic Junglers.
Absolutely smashing it.
Yeah, nobody could have predicted that, but really, Matt, you've absolutely proved us all wrong by doing that. And then we have 4 teams who've all had 2 draws. So, I mean, actually, like I was saying, Graham's going to struggle. Really, all he needs is to pull a win out of his ass at some point to stand a good chance of getting in that top 3.
Like, literally anyone could still take first. Like, Matt could lose his next 3 games. Like, with those levels up, it shouldn't happen. But,
yeah,
again, you never know with this game.
Yeah, it's wide open, really, to be fair. And nobody has got 0 points, so Well, I guess we'll see. Well, we'll see right now because we're going to predict. So, Vanilla Killer Kitsch versus Rattus Rabiosus. That's Josh's Rats have only got 9 players and 2 journeymen. If he can't keep those guys on the pitch, I think he's going to have a hard time. He's going to quickly become outnumbered.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's playing Goblin Secret Weapons. If he can just attack first and just end that drive like straight away, he could just remove the Secret Weapons quick and try and take the numbers advantage that way.
Gonna have to stay away from the big guy. That's the main thing.
Yes, most definitely.
What do you think then, Pete? Prediction?
Do you know what? I'm gonna throw out that it's gonna be a 2-1 to the Skaven.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I think that Josh is not going to be able to. I think that Dave's going to foul the crap out of him. And
Yeah.
he's going to lose several guys early, and I think the Goblins will take this one 2-1. That's my prediction. Well, Necro Packers versus Slimy Helmets. Well, the Necros are severely depleted.
Yes.
The Nurgle are very strong. They've got 2 level ups. They've got a guy who can pick up the ball. They've got a guy with block. I don't know about you, but I can't really see the Necros taking this.
No, I'm pretty sure the Necros are going to have a hard game this week. Hopefully, he can just sort of sustain, get some SCVP, and set himself up next week. But I would say the Helmets are going to take this one.
Yeah, he needs removals if he's going to stand a chance, but I'm going to go 2-0 Helmets.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
And the Junglers versus the Vampires. Again, I think this one's a foregone conclusion. I don't see how Graham can withstand those Junglers with 2 Vampires.
Exactly. I think this game, and sounds a bit harsh, but the score's going to decline on how greedy Matt wants to be, because he could probably get 3 or 4 in. Because he can there's only 2 vampires, he can surround them straight away. He's got an Agi4 skink that can just get through.
How many players has he got? Let's have a look.
Matt, I think he's still only on 11.
Do you know what? I'd be tempted if I was him to get a 12th skink and just put the 4 Agi one on the bench.
Yeah,
keep him safe.
That's also a shot. But I reckon it could easily go to 3-0 to Matt if he wanted to. But the Vampires would get one back. I'm gonna go 3-1. I'm gonna throw it out there. Matt's gonna get greedy. I reckon he will.
Yeah, I agree. 3-1 sounds about right. All right, let's take a look at Division B.
Division B.
Okay, results. Boney and the Jets, gallons of grog. Boney and the Jets having a very tough time at the moment. Well, all season so far. Just the MVP for the Jets. That's really unlucky.
I didn't catch the game, but I spoke to Greg after it. He said it was just a full-on scrap. It was just literally, they were just punching each other. Yeah. And then, he looked like there was a ball break free near the end and he managed to run it down.
It's a tough one for Kemery in that situation because they're a bashy team, but they can't out-bash the Orcs. So a 1-0 win to the Orcs is about what you'd have expected, really, I guess. Dice rolls.
A lot of pushes for Boney and the Jets.
Yeah, 42 pushes. Well, there you go. I mean, that to me probably says what broke the tie, really.
Yeah.
Bad luck, Kemery. Bad luck. But there's still a lot left to play. Let's take a look at Lies and Slander, Mummy's Boys Resurrected. I watched this whole game. It was very entertaining.
Okay.
So, basically, the Mummy's Boys picked up a bribe in inducements, and then they threw a foul turn 1, got a red card with no injury, used the bribe, threw a foul in turn 2, got a red card with no injury, got sent off, threw a foul in turn 3, got a red card, no injury, sent off. So immediately he's down to 9 guys by turn 3, just through throwing fouls. So then he had to switch it up a little bit. And he couldn't. It was interesting. There were so many times where it felt like Lies and Slander were just massively on top and were going to rout him. But he held strong and managed to pull a 1-0 win out of his ass. It was absolutely epic.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it was a good one to watch, that was. But yeah, well done, Mummy's Boys. Keeping those wins coming. Let's take a look at... Oh. This one's yours, Pete. Why don't you take the wheel, Jesus?
Oh, my game. Well, do you know what? It was a pretty good game. I was injuring his skinks a lot, and I may have done it a bit too much. I got very comfortable and sat in the middle of the middle of the pitch, and like he just kept running into my cage, and I kept punching him back. And I got one bad roll. He got the ball, got his touchdown in. So that was a greed on my part. And then the last turn I should have scored a touchdown. Wasn't paying attention. He marked up my ball carrier with 2 go for it, and I failed the 2+.
Oh dear.
But I mean, he did everything he could do in the situation, and he pulled a draw out of it. So fair play to him. It was my game to lose, and I I threw it. So
well, you had 81% of the ball possession.
Yeah,
ridiculous. Yeah. Well done, Samuel. You came from behind. You were the underdog, and you managed to get a draw out of it. And he got a fair bit of SPP as well.
So he did. Good. Fair play to him.
Yeah. Well,
that was one of them's an intercept. Really? Everyone's intercepted me this season. I'm not happy with it. Greg did it to me twice. But it is what it is.
Let's take a look at the teams. So, Mummy's Boys Resurrected. Okay, he is getting big. So we've got a Tomb Guard with guard.
Yeah.
And we've got a Thrower with block. But I believe he went into last game with those. In fact, I'm pretty certain he did. So he's not got any new level ups, no new skill ups to speak of. And he'll be having a journeyman next game. But that is a good team after 2 games, especially for Camry, who are difficult to develop.
Yeah, I can see that. I've never played Camry myself, so I couldn't tell you. But the block is definitely annoying.
The thing with Camry is that they've all got 2 agility or less, so it's difficult to get the ball in the first place. So the fact that he's got a guy with sure hands and block means he's got someone who he can slowly push down the field. They're basically just squishy dwarves, really.
Yeah. Okay.
Larry. So has Sam pulled it round? Well, he's got a roster of 9.
Yeah.
Still no level ups.
Unfortunately.
He's only got Saurus and Skink still. No cash to speak of, but he has got the Apothecary. That's working in his favour. Yeah, unlucky Sam. But you got that point. And if he can get some cash in the next game and fill out his roster a little bit, he could make a serious play for second place, I think.
To be fair for him, we didn't mention his MVP from our game was the skink that I killed. So
that is really unlucky.
Yeah, another 5 SPP gone.
That's a Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at these losers. Right, what have we got? We've got you've got guard on a lineman.
I was like, he rolled doubles, and I was just like,
nice. Yeah. Fair enough.
I normally, obviously, my first lineman would be kick, but with the doubles, I was sort of 1 minute and a half in, and
you
I was
can't turn that down, can you? You can't turn that opportunity down. Are you going to get rid of this lineman who's had a movement down?
Most likely. I'm just seeing what happens with the money, and if I need just in case a war dancer dies or something, I'd rather replace that. But
get some cash, could get a passer.
Yeah, exactly.
And we've got a war dancer with strip ball already, but you've had you got that last game, right? I can't even remember. I genuinely can't even remember. I'm pretty sure that I only just got that. Oh, right, no, it was your catcher who leveled up after game 1, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes, my catcher leveled up straight away.
Well, so far, this is the most developed team we've seen in terms of skill ups.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the Wood Elves do get skill ups fast, don't they? Because
literally anyone can just farm SPP if they have to.
All right, good stuff. It's lies and slander. Let's see what these guys are doing. All right, yeah, another very developed team. He's got 2 catches with block, and his bear has now got guard. That's huge because if he can then get stand firm on that bear, he can just walk that bear into a cage, have him stand there. Nobody can move him. Force people to make dodges, which is going to be hard because he's got prehensile tail.
Exactly.
Nice. Yeah, this is
I'm
good.
not looking forward to that game.
No, he's got a full roster of 11 as well. Yeah, this is looking good. He's still got no Apothecary. He needs that Apothecary.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah, foul that bear. Everybody, foul the bear. Right, let's take a look at the Orcs, who are now 1,017 TV.
Oh.
He's got a block on a Black Orc. That is absolutely horrific.
Yeah, I'm so happy I've already played this team.
These guys are looking good. I mean, there's not really a great deal to say about Orcs, is he's got the Apothecary, he's got a 4-strength guy with block. Just don't fight him, really.
Yeah, just stay away.
Yeah, stay away from these guys. Right, Boney and the Jets. Again, team value of 1,070. and he's got 2 skill ups. He's got 2 skill ups and 12 players. There is no reason why he can't pull this one out of the bag. Of all the teams that have struggled so far, in my opinion, this is the one that's looking the best.
Yeah. Where's the second skill up? I can see one on the skeleton.
He's got leader
on his skeleton, yeah.
and he's got. Oh no, sorry, I spun out there. I thought the thrower had a skill up. He's not.
No, but yeah, he's still got leader. So
Yeah.
he's got what 5 rerolls as long as the leader stays standing.
Yeah, there's absolutely no reason why he can't bring this back round. I think the 4 rerolls is a weird one. I think that's I think that's inflated his team value a bit too much.
3 seems like an adequate amount, especially if he was going leader as well.
I think if he just had, because he's going to be giving people inducements now, and that's not really where you want to be with Khemri. But still, some solid looking teams in this division. Let's take a quick look at that leaderboard. So Mummy's Boys resurrected, topping the charts. This is a Blood Bowl team sandwich with Khemri's as bread. So we've got Mummy's Boys at the top with 2 wins, Boney and the Jets at the bottom with 2 losses. Everybody else spread in between. I think we're beginning to see a sort of a distribution here. I think you're going to expect those Mummy's Boys to top the table at the end, aren't you? Really?
Yeah, it's going to depend on if I can beat them, it might make it interesting. But that's going to be a very important game for me. I feel like the top 2 is going to play around there because I've already played the Orcs as well, so I'm above them.
You can see the difference here between the 2 Khemris, though. Look, Brandon's Mummy's Boys have got more skill ups and significantly lower TV, and I think that's probably why he's having more success than Boney and the Jets.
Yeah, it's a good balance to keep it down.
Still, that 2nd and 3rd place, that's anyone's.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at them predictions.
Okay.
Boney and the Jets, Tim, Tom and the Fodder. Well, Pete, I think the betting man would have to put his money on you.
Well, yeah, unless you've watched my previous games and saw the actual dice rolls I tend to get. But for the most part.
No inducements.
No inducements at all.
Nobody gets any inducements.
Well, he'll have 70k. So, because I've got.
Oh, because you got a journeyman.
I'm going to get a journeyman. So, I don't know if he could throw a little bit of his own money in there, maybe buy like a 6th reroll.
Isn't there? There's a star player who costs like 70 or 80k who's got stab.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Although, do you need stab against Wood Elves?
No, but I mean it's It's
He
not
could
a bad
definitely
choice to get, really.
Definitely try it.
Yeah, I mean, if he can bash you, you're going to have a tough time here.
Oh, most definitely.
He's got more players than you. What do you think? You confident?
Oh, of course. I mean, I'm gonna smash it, but
I always back my boys. I like that. Yeah, I think. Oh, this one's a tough one to call. You know, I think I'd give it to you 2-0, but I would not be the least bit surprised if it went the other way.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to me because you have to. I'm gonna call that he won't be able to pick the ball up.
Yeah, possibly. I think if he can get some early removals, you'll have a difficult time.
That is also true.
Just got to stay away from those Tomb Guards. Well, Larry, Lies and Slander. This one should be really funny because it's Leap versus Stunty.
Yeah. Larry is still missing. He's only got 9-man roster.
Yeah.
So he might struggle, but he could. I'm going to call a draw on this one. You know, I'm going to go with 1-1. I reckon it's just going to be a bit of an interesting one. Loads of dodges in that, a few fails, and then it's just going to balance out.
I feel. Oh, sorry for saying this, Ben, but I feel like Sam knows how to play lizards better than you know how to play Slan, which is, no one really knows how to play Slan because they're a bit obscure. But yeah, I think Sam could actually take this one.
Okay.
On paper, you would look at the Lies and Slander and say they've probably got a better chance, but I think Sam will take this by bashing Ben around a bit and using his skinks well. So I'm going to go a close-fought game with a 1-0 win to Larry.
Okay.
Mummy's Boys, Gallons of Grog. This is the game.
Yeah, this is. I hope I get to watch this one.
Yeah, this will be an absolute brawl. Brandon is extremely fond of throwing fouls, which against Orcs is probably a good shout.
Yeah,
Greg massively out. Well, starts a lot stronger with the block and the strength. I think this will be 2-0. Sorry, 0-0. I think it will go 0-0 and with just loads of injuries.
yeah. Going off the last game, I can't say you're gonna be wrong there because he's put like they may play differently as Kemri, but it's the same sort of concept. They just want to punch each other in the face. So we'll see who's better at punching, basically.
Yeah, I think we're going to have lots of cages that are constantly being invaded and recaged, and yeah, should be entertaining. One to watch. Right, let's take a look at our last division, Division C.
Okay.
Brexiting Spines, Sean's Hawks. This was very surprising to me. We had a fairly, well, an undeveloped Chaos team that most people would have agreed could have been built slightly better versus Sean's Elves, and Sean is an experienced Elf player. Dave is not an experienced Chaos player. I would have expected Sean to take this. Did you watch it?
Yeah. I watched. I think I watched like the first 6 or 7 rounds, and I know in the first half in particular, he was getting very unlucky on the elves. Like 2 or 3 of his turns ended with a 2+ dodge failing just straight away. And
Wow.
yeah, like his dodge rolls kind of represent it. 11 successes, 5 failures. That's a bit skewed to the failure side, considering they're pretty much always 2+.
Looks like Dave got a lot of casualties here. I can see 4 guys with 2 SPP.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure one or two of them was literally just failing at the dodge. He just fell onto the floor and just broke his knee or whatever.
Well, that wouldn't have given Dave SPP, so that's even more
Oh,
casualties.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Well, in fact, we can take a look at the stats. What am I doing here? Dice rolls, right? Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Sean's Hawks, dodge, 68% success rate on dodges with elves. That's horrible.
Yes, it is.
4 failures on injury roll. Oh my god, yeah. So yeah, it looks like Sean was unlucky there. Not taking anything away from Dave, and he's got to level up on a Beastman.
Exactly.
Right, here we go. This one I imagine was funny. Did you watch this? Le French Taunters, Not Quite Humans.
I didn't, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, what you expected to happen happened. Not Quite Humans, 0% ball possession.
Yeah. Okay, but they still got a touchdown.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I don't think it counts as possession if you acquire it and score all in one turn.
Yeah,
and it was the one turner. But yeah, we've got. Wow, you can just see the difference here when you look at Le French Taunters, who threw hardly any numbered dice, and then Not Quite Humans, 49 sixes, 48 ones, absolutely ridiculous.
Madness.
Yeah, halflings. What are you gonna do? What are you going to do? Morning Munchers and Elven Bollocks. This one was last night. This one was the most recent one. Yeah. Ogres versus Elves. And, yeah, not really. I don't think there's a great deal to say about this. It looks like it was relatively even. But the Elves definitely came out massively on top in SPP. Not really surprising, really. Ogres are just unreliable. Too much bonehead. Although he did only fail 4 bonehead rolls. That's a 90% success rate, which, when you consider you would expect 1 in 6 to fail, that's actually really good.
Yeah, most definitely.
Full-on success rate with Throw Teammate, and an 82% Go For It success rate. What happened, Max?
I know. The dice are definitely in his favour.
Yeah. Well,
although Chainsaw, 1 success, 1 failure, so his Chainsaw just kind of killed himself on the second attempt.
I hate Chainsaw. It's so unreliable. Well, let's take a look at some teams.
But it always is.
Yeah, it is. Just well shady. Not Quite Humans. Do we have it? Well, he's taken the advice that we said last week. He's given Ron Swanson Sneaky Git. That's what you want right there. Throwing them fouls. He's missing guys. He's going to start next game with 11 players. He needs to plug that up. You can't be having an 11-man squad with halflings. That's ridiculous.
No, definitely not.
He's not. I don't think he'll get enough in inducements to make that worthwhile, unless he can get Deep Root, which I seriously don't think anyone no one in this league has got enough of a team value to give him Deep Root. So he needs to get another halfling.
Yeah, he could afford 2 if he wanted to. We'll have to see who he's playing next as well.
Yeah. Not much else to say there, really.
No,
Let's take a look at
he's
the
got his
elves.
APO as well.
So this is
Yeah.
the first game that Elven Bollocks could have actually got SPP because he unfortunately had to concede his first one due to illness. He's got an AV down on a lineman. Probably should get fired. Although, I don't know, 7 AV.
Yeah, seven's not horrible, and if he's not got the money to replace it, I'd rather have him there than not have someone.
Maybe, I don't know. The thing about, I think the difference between 7 and 8 is vastly larger than the difference between 9 and 10, because obviously on a 2-die system, you're much more likely to roll a 7 or an 8 than you are a 9 or a 10.
Yeah,
He's got a level up on his blitzer, he's given him dodge, fair play. That's a nice blodger he's got there. This is shaping up alright. Not really a great deal else to say.
no, it's just
The ogres, on the
yeah,
other
it's
hand.
just yeah.
Now
Yeah.
this is the kind of size of roster that the halflings would love to have. He's only got 3 ogres left still. They've not replaced that ogre, which he can do. He should really do. And
Can he afford it?
how much is an ogre? Isn't it 120k?
140.
Oh, it's 140, right? Okay, well, he can't afford
Yeah.
it. He's obviously saving up for it. He's still got no apothecary. I don't suppose that really matters a great deal.
No.
Yeah, not much else to say. He's got a level up on a Nobbler. He's given him diving tackle, which is always nice. Always nice to have. He's got an ogre with guards. Lovely. I mean, these don't look too bad, to be honest with you.
No, he's setting up quite nicely. Might give him the last couple of wins that he needs to win this league.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the Bretts. Definitely the front runners in terms of development.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Absolutely horrible. He's got 2 blitzers with tackle now. In a very dodgy league, that's huge. He's got dodge on another blitzer, so he's got a blodger blitzer and 2 blitzers with tackle.
Yeah, there's a very strong team set up straight away.
Yeah, still no apothecary. Get your apothecaries in, boys and girls.
Yeah.
By
If you will
game
lose any
3,
of
you
these
need
players, yeah, you'll be very upset.
one. Yeah. 12-man roster. I mean, that's great. You would expect him to do well with that. Sean's Hawks. What have we got here? So, still no level ups. Oh dear, Sean. Did he lose someone that got a level up or something? I don't think so.
No, I think, like I said during his game, like for the first, like at least the first half, he wasn't getting a chance to get any SPP because pretty much anything he tried, the game was just like, no, this isn't happening.
Unlucky. But he's got the apothecary.
He has.
That's pointless because he's got no level ups.
Well, you could save 110k blitzer. That's a lot of money saved.
Fair point. And the surprise of this league, the Chaos, with a huge team value of 1,110, he's got a 13-man roster. What's going on? How is he succeeding? I feel like he's doing everything wrong. He's got tackle on a beastman. That was an interesting choice. I would have gone for sure hands personally.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got a 3rd warrior now. I know he was getting a lot of stick for having a 2 warrior starting lineup.
Yeah.
But he's pulled it out of the bag.
Yeah, he's doing well. Yeah, not really much else to say. I mean, Chaos are the least skilly group when straight out of the box, aren't they? Really, not much else to say about these guys. Let's have a look at that leaderboard. All right, this one's interesting. We've got 2 teams who have both won 2 games, the Bretts and the Chaos. So it's, I mean, the Elves at the bottom there. I mean, this is weird because we've got Ogre and Halfling in this league. You would expect those 2 to be rock bottom, and then it to be a toss-up between the 2 Elves, the Chaos, and the Bretts. But that's not what we're seeing here.
No, yeah. Well, obviously with the High Elves missing their first game, that might have skewed it a little bit, which was unfortunate for them. I don't know who was there. Do you know who their first concede was?
It was against Dave's Chaos.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yep, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the Halflings, like, to be fair, even have a point on the board, so fair play to them for that one.
That's because their first game was against the Ogres, so they gave each other a point. This is what happens when you have 6 teams in each division. You get weird stuff like this happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Nat's Brett's, I can't see anyone else knocking him off that top spot. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's got a well-developed team. I think he's probably going to go ahead and win the league. Sorry, Dave, but I feel like someone is going to knock you off your pedestal there with the chaos. It depends who he's playing next. We'll have a look in a sec, won't we? Sean, he could still come back, but it's going to be difficult. There's not many points to be had because this league table doesn't show points. It's difficult to visualize to a degree. But those top two teams have got 6 points, so if both of those get one more win, that means the Hawks would have to be winning on touchdown difference just to get in the top two. So I think he's probably going to struggle now. He's going to have to try and play for third place. Halflings, Ogres, they're not going to get anywhere. I'd love for them to, but they're just not going to, I don't think. So that third place is the High Elves to lose at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I hope... I actually want Sean to come back and get back to the top of the table, because watching how unlucky he got, I hate seeing elves get unlucky. Being an elf player myself.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. Well, let's take a look at the schedule. That might give us... So, we've got Chaos versus Halflings. Now, normally you would be like, Chaos, easy Chaos. But, really, he's not got any development that would... Because let's have a quick look at Brexton Spines again. Team roster. He's got one guy with tackle. One guy. That's not really enough to trouble those flings. I mean, obviously, Halflings are innately crap, but... I could see the Flings taking this if they just stay away from tackles.
Yeah. On the flip side, Chaos might just decide this is the game where they're going to try and get all the SPP they can and just punch the stunties.
Yeah, and there is something very wrong when you're playing Halflings and you are outnumbered by Chaos.
Yes. With 2 more people on the pit.
What's he going to get on the inducements? 830, 1,001. So it's going to be quite a bit. It's going to get like 200 odd K. So what's that? Hot pot wizard maybe. That's what I take.
if he gets a lucky hot pot roll, steals all the rerolls, that could definitely work in his favour.
What do you think?
I mean, I'm going to have to give it Chaos. They're playing Flings, especially when we saw the 4-1 game. Chaos won't score that much. I'm going to go 3-1 to Chaos.
The Chaos haven't got anyone who can reliably pick up the ball. And I think if the hot pot goes well, I could see the Halflings taking it. But assuming it doesn't, probably 2-1 Chaos.
Yeah, fair enough.
So we've got an elf off here.
Elf off.
Let's have a quick look at those team values. So the Hawks are 1,010 and Elven Bollocks are 890. So Tom is going to get 120 in inducements there, which is no small amount. He's not... Oh, yeah, he's got 2 journeymen. So...
Yeah, that's going to bump him up another 140.
Yeah. So, yeah, actually, it'll be the Hawks getting the inducements.
So it's 1,030. Well, he'll only get he gets 20k inducements.
It basically cancels it out.
Yeah.
That's a difficult one, actually, that is. I could see it being a high-score draw, maybe 2-all or 3-all.
Yeah. I can see that. Tom being underdeveloped, missing his first game, so he's going to want to try and get touchdowns as quick as he can. Sean at the bottom of the table, he's going to want to try and do it as well. So I'm hoping for a high-score game. Yeah,
if Tom can get some of that passing nonsense that the High Elves can do, maybe he can take it. Because they do have that capability to just turn things around in an instant. But yeah, I think 3-all. What about you?
Yeah. I think I'm actually going to say it's a 1 touchdown win. I don't know. It's going to either be like 2-1 or 3-2 or something like that. I think Sean might take it just because I feel Elven Union out of the box tend to be a little bit better, and they're both very underdeveloped teams. So.
True. Last one. Bretts versus Ogres. Well, Bretts.
Yeah, I mean...
He's not even got all his Ogres. Bretts are massively developed. I think if Nat's Bretonians lose this, then something has gone very, very wrong on his end.
Yeah, the only thing the Ogres can really hope for is getting a couple of early cash with those Ogres themselves, but if that doesn't happen, then yeah, it's going to be a massive underdog in this game.
Yeah, he's only got 3 Ogres. His Noblar has got diving tackle, which is just not going to matter at all against Bretonians. They're not going to be dodging or anything like that. Yeah, it's got to be the Bretts, really. I'd say they could really run away with this. I'm going to say 2-0 Bretts.
Okay. Yeah. That's probably along that. I'll say 2-1. I reckon the Ogres might pull out a touchdown.
Well, it remains to be seen. Either way, thanks for joining me, Pete, and good luck everyone with your matches.
Yeah. Good luck, everyone.